I'm Mark Stewart, and I was speaking of the nice situation that families who are in Connecticut put themselves into. They get the big cities, but on their own terms. Just as in Seattle, you have Vancouver to the north, exciting. You've got Portland to the south. We've got Boston to the northeast. We got New York City to the southwest. We can be at Broadway. We can be in those neat restaurants. We could be at those museums, but on our own terms and drive 1 to 2 hours less. So a lot of families would like to settle here in what's known as the land of steady habits. Not so much flash, but a lot of good earning and a lot of good education for their kids. And where do the kids end up? Well, one of our group members is a college counselor. Counsels students on where to go to college. He never suggests Seattle. It's too limiting. Neat city, but too limiting when if you stay in the Northeast, you have so many great institutions. And Amazon, if and when you come to the Northeast, you're going to be in the thick of it. I could go alphabetically. A is for Amherst. From Amazon Airport, 55 minutes. B for Brown. Amazon Airport to Providence, Rhode Island, an hour and 50 minutes. C is Columbia, 2 hours and 15 minutes. D is Dartmouth, 2 hours and 10 minutes, straight up the highway. Although it's good to stop on the way in Brattleboro. Brattleboro, Vermont has nice golf, very close. D is also for Dublin, where Bradley now has direct flights to Ireland. E, Edinburgh, also direct flights to Edinburgh, Scotland. Come back to the United States. We've got Harvard 115 minutes away. We've got MIT 110 minutes away. RPI 105 minutes away. Smith College 45 minutes away. Wellesley an hour and 45 minutes away. Worcester Polytech an hour and 20. The tremendous brain power of those students and the non-students who are recent grad is here for the taking. You at Amazon want Bayesian programmers and PHP experts. They're here in abundance. You at Amazon probably would like cloud computing engineers. We can keep you on top with our labor force. They too are here. You want for Amazon MP3, masters in crowdsourcing. We're going to have that for you. You want to develop China. Well, in Connecticut, we have 16 boarding schools, every one of which attracts Chinese youngsters who then tend to stay in the U.S. for college. We even have a Chinese group that has put a bid on a whole campus in West Hartford, 15 miles from Hamilton Road, Bradley International. A whole campus that would be educating 150 students every year from China who want to stay. You can take great advantage of them. And you'll be able to keep them because we don't have tons of other internet companies. Okay? You do in Seattle. Ours are probably here to stay because you have so much clout. You instantly become the largest employer in Connecticut. UTC is second with only 25,000 people. Incidentally, they'd be your neighbors. They are at 35 Hamilton. You're at 1 Hamilton. You'd surround them, though, if you developed the property around it. FedEx is a neighbor. UPS is a neighbor. It's a good place to be. Windsor Locks wants to help you develop. And we, the two candidates, want to help you smooth the way. We have fun here too. We haven't had as much fun in the last 20 years, but that too is an opportunity because we will be getting an NHL team back. Okay? That's a promise from one candidate that if it doesn't happen, he can't even stand for re-election. 4 years, there will be an NHL team. One that you might want to have co-ownership of. It's not a money maker, but it's a good recognition maker. How cool is that to have ESPN, which is in our district, broadcasting snippets of every single game. And those home games could well be in Amazon Arena. The naming rights have not been given away yet. It is an entertainment help that you could really call a lot of shots on. And once again, we miss them, but we think they're coming back. I hope you'll be part of it. 1986 Adams Division champions, 1987 champions, and just so close to making the Stanley Cup Finals because of Club New with the Canadians. We miss them. We'd like to bring them back with you. Anyhow, I want to close by saying I did a little math. The saving of costs that I was talking about between the time I uploaded, you at Amazon, with the drone program savings that we could help spur you to, are going to double your profitability. You spend $13 billion on deliveries. You make $2.5 billion. That's 500% of your profits is on deliveries. Trust us to be in your corner to save costs, which after taxes is even better than earning more money. We're in your corner for saving on regulation. That a smooth landing is what we're all about. And yes, when you become a big fish in a fairly small pond, a lot more things go your way. They go your way beyond Connecticut, too. The politicians within us, too, are part of what's called the resistance. WeResist.us. You'll see there, beyond Connecticut, candidates who are running in both parties for state offices and federal offices committed to less regulation and more individualism. A slimming down of government is behind every one of these challengers. They look to us, the starters of the resistance. By the way, we are not the resistance that formed in the last 9 months since the Trump election. We started in 2013. Again, WeResist.us. We all have that mindset that the government does too much, including runs a post office at no profit. We'd like to see it sold off, and you would have the inside track as a bidder. Mr. Bezos, Connecticut was settled about 400 years ago. You can help make Connecticut better than at any time in history. We'd love to have you and your team come out. It's peak foliage season. Come on out to show you the charms of Connecticut, the nutmeg state. Let us help you to a different 400. By my calculation, net worth of 80 big ones could very well turn into 400 big ones within a decade. Let us be your partner in that way. Yes, I am that candidate I spoke of, Mark Stewart Greenstein. StewartForLiberty.com is the website. And I am also that educator, and I'd love to have you and your folks see more. EDUExcellence.net. I happen to still teach for this firm, ivybound.net, where I'm holding this video, and my team will be here for a conference if you want us. I'm hoping that'll happen soon. Thank you for your time here.